Man, I do not want to interrupt this song. Maldicion's theme is so good. But anyways, I have time for this. It's going to be a short stream, as you can tell all the time. Wrong screen. Right. That too. There you go. Okay, so yeah, to give a quick explanation of what's happening, yes, last stream was supposedly the last, we did everything. Turns out, we never figured out what the grants that we were collecting were for, so this stream is about doing that. So yeah. Where's the file I was had on for this? I think what this one, the 16 hours one. Yeah. So I haven't really opened anything else for now. No, yeah. So yeah, we. I don't think we decided to do a recap of the last stream. We beat off. We finished the game and everything like that. We also collected all the grand objects related to the elements: the metal, smoke, meat, sugar, and plastic. And we couldn't figure out exactly what the element was for. So, hello everyone coming by. So yeah, we couldn't really figure out what this dog was for last stream. Turns out, I looked into what you had to be done is come to someone. Not someone, it's zone 0. I mean. Yeah, Zone 0 and talk to Zachary. I want to add this real quick. Valerie, have you seen what the secret ending is about? So the chat doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask. Have you seen what the secret ending is about yet? Okay, so what we have to do is we talk to Zachary, and yeah, if I had come back here after getting the last, no, I'm blind. Oh, you're gonna love this. Okay, so we just had to come back here and talk to Zachary. That was all we needed to do after getting the last element. I don't know why he doesn't say it. He doesn't say this once you are in the room, but I guess because room stuff, like they need him. The game needed him to have the last monologue. Okay, I guess it's better like that. But you have the 5 elements. You like, I'll trade them for an incredible rare item. Sure. Excellent. I like how his immediately changes from being sad about sugar to just, oh, let's make a deal, shall we? I'll let you choose. I have the Ashley Path, this game's ultimate oppressing item. Or well, the Aries card, which is, although I had no idea what it is for, completely unique as well. So, which do you choose? So, we could pick the Ashley Path and see what it's about, but we had to specifically pick the Aries card for this. I wonder what it's just, if I say never mind. Nothing. Okay, yeah. The Aries card. So you choose the Aries card. Yes? Splendid. It's your new treasure. Use it wisely. Capitalism sec, Harry. I love Zachary. Like, I've been looking at stuff, now that I've finished the game, I've been looking at, like, videos, stuff like that, animations, fan art, all that without, fear of spoilers. And I love Zachary. He's so cool and fun. And then this, as stands for your continued patronage. The pillar are dearest friends. Which is on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, Purify, The Room, Dead and Japhet Enoch, Woman Child. Dearest friends, huh? And it had both Sugar and him. And man, I'm so curious what's actually my like I know there's no answer in this game, like nothing in this game that gonna tell you it, but I'm so curious what's that is like the backstory between Sugar and Zachary. Like, I don't being the yep, we missed. I think this is the last pillar R in the game. We have all of them now. And like it seems like they're the only humanoid characters in this world. I still need more on the idea that this world is like a metaphor, figment or imagination, something related to Hugo and his parents. But it still make this too really weird. I think that you can see like the items Zachary exchanged for you. I think those were the items that you could see inside of the drawer beneath the game screen when he moved for that puzzle. Well, I guess we can have this art up until the end of the game. It's funny that you can kind of see like that Zachary has a cross in his shirt. That's something I noticed. But most of his other art, he just has a heart on it, which I guess, I guess, if you know the whole thing with using crossing games and stuff like that, then you know why they change. A pleasure to do business with you. And he goes back to his usual demeanor. So yeah, we have the last card we needed. Allows access to a secret place. Hola, Papu. Hello, Tilga Constantine. Welcome to the stream. And this is another card. Another thing I realized about the cards when we finish the game. Each one of these cards is related to one of the Zodiac bosses we encountered, like basically for each other zones. Like Allows access to Zone 1, the Leo card is where we found Source, the boss of the Zodiac Leo. The Cancer card was Zone 2, where we fought Maldición. The Pieces card for Zone 3, where we fought the fishes. I always forget what the names are. Aquarius card for the room, where we fought Justice, which surprisingly as it is, Justice is supposed to represent Aquarius. I guess because it's the what. But another, what's the streaming software you're using? I noticed that the stream is not in the low latency mode, sadly. I use Streamlabs. I do not know what that might be. I haven't really changed anything about how the stream works, like how the stream functions. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how to change that or fix that. That's the marker. Copy, reset, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to look at that later. Like figure out how to fix it. No latency mode. Yeah, I'm not sure how to change it, how to fix it right now. If I need to useful settings, I'll let you know for next stream. Thank you. Also because like yeah, we have a big gain also for the next stream coming right up after this one. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, just not supposed to be Aquarius, I guess, because you know the puddle in front of him is like a main feature of his design. Sagittarius car, Carnival is supposed to be the Sagittarius, supposed to be Sagittarius, which you know, it's kind of a weird design overall, but I think you can kind of see the shape of the zodiac there. You know, you find it in the room again after you exit the room itself. And the Aries car, which is supposed to be cop. And you know, it's interesting because you know the cars were in the game, you know, when the original game. So I guess it's interesting that they choose to base the secret bosses of these cars and where you find them, where they unlock to. It's an interesting way of retroactively making them fit in the game, and I just feel like additions to it. Okay, so yeah, we have the. We shouldn't save, or we say we should you do it on a different file, because now that we got the Aries car, we cannot get the Ashley bad anymore. But yeah, with that done, all we have to do now is, I think, return to the room and finish the game again. No, we think about done all this in like one run of the game, but I think once I get the secret thing that we had to get from the Aries car, you'll see why I think it's better this way. Yeah, say the same. Yeah, I need to do lots of some fixing because I realized after the stream that I unequipped the good items we got from the room. Not that we need them right now. We already beat Cobb, so not that we already had to beat him again. But what were the other items I forgot to? Yeah, and the days is not really important. But a secret day. I guess we can quit this. I need to remember myself too. I'm gonna go fight the bad again for the end, so I'm gonna have to remember to take off the good equipment I gave him. Nope. The Calatas. I think I read somewhere that this equipment does not do what it implies it does. It said it's good for physical attacks and yeah, increases the attack. But I think it does something else other than that. It's better. Agility, yeah. There was even something else good that I forgot to equip to the other ones. Yeah, no, I think that's everything for now. Okay. So now, again. And I guess let's just go and fight the end again. I just want to enter, yes. And this is just, you know, considering that by the end of the last stream we were kind of like speaking out over this dialogue, I think it will be fine to like raid again. And you know, I consider maybe using this stream to talk a bit about my thoughts at the speed in the game and looking a bit more over it. But I don't think my thoughts have changed really much afterward. Like, I feel, you know, I still really feel the same about the fact that it's all like a metaphor, mind of a child, mind of a maybe sick child, And a lot of the things we find in the game are supposed to be, you know, metaphors for stuff of Hugo's life. Especially the whole thing with the Bather and the Queen being like metaphors for his parents. Only thing missing is to handle the save file was the music box, I guess. Yeah, but from what I look up, the music box was just like I think it just gives like an item, like an armor or something like that. It's not really like important. The first thing she said was, "You're finally here, Butter. Long have I waited your arrival. But to travel this path in vain, you will only cause embarrassment here. Go back home." And he's icy confident the Butter's reply, "That's just what I've done. Great only the honor of my father." Which, you know, now that we know that the Butter, the Queen, possibly this whole world is made by Hugo, then yeah, he's referring here to Hugo. You know, in a classic, you know, in a very classic, like, surrealist fantasy fashion, you know, the Butter is both Hugo's dad and also his son. The Guardians have fallen. You are the queen of a kingdom that no longer exists. Surprised but not all disconcerted, she asked him, "Why have you destroyed the world I rebuilt?" But you know, the everlasting question that why the Butter did all this, you know, which announced something to lean more towards the idea that it's not just for destruction, like there's a more deep reason to all this, to having felt the need to do all this. But, you know, I can probably stand for like hours and hours no end, but like we are already like 20 minutes into the stream. The answer was simple. That was never what you were here to do. Your dad was to care for him, and you failed. And probably the same thing that the real mother did, failed taking care of the son. Because of you, I must now complete my sacred mission. Now this whole thing, like, this whole world, I guess, original purpose was tarnished. And you know, there might be another metaphor here, but yeah, that's that. For the monotonous dialogue on the face of the Butter's stacks, the Queen explained her actions. "I only created all this for him. Desire nothing more than the happiness of my children." I still don't know why she says children in plural, but whatever. You know, she spent so much time like preparing this perfect world for Hugo, a world unlike the real world where he never actually got to fully experience, a whole world for him to explore with his friends. But was so focused on that she couldn't actually care for him. Yeah, lots of preparation for the birthday party. You forgot who it was for. You know, metaphor on top of a metaphor. You know, the birthday party, creating this world, making the preparation for creating this world, that was for him, but she forgot for who she was doing it for. It is the Queen's patience was exhausted. "You have spoiled the carnival, Butter. Will not let you lay a hand on the son who brought us into the world. They will fall." I've not been listening to this scene a lot in loop for, you know, my own time. It's called Separation, which, you know, pretty on your face on what the theme is about, or, you know, what the whole fight is supposed to represent. Why it always goes back to divorce. Butter, Aloha. The Queen. Okay, let's time. We should start. Like, I got like to not do this as fast, but at least long silence too. But I'm not gonna try to be like do this like it kills her immediately. But I still wanna try and go fast about it. Like, I don't wanna hold myself back intentionally. There you go. Alpha has become weakened. I am greatly disappointed. I'm greatly disappointed on you, my love. Like I love the Queen's dialogue here. You can like start to see what it all means when a little bit more of the context. Brief silence. I think the Epsilon gonna take a while to start charging, so I guess that you can just start with this. Special home run. Still not to kill the one of the Heradons. Alpha. To Delta. I don't think they had like that much health, but I still. Oh, it's because the Epsilon was Steve. I forgot about that. Nice lower woman quote from Nico. It's just like she really just goes down fast, which I guess no deserve for you, Furious. God damn it. Oh, I love this part of the song. Oh, it's so good. But despite being really easy, which I am thankful for because of the inclusion of co-op afterwards, I still still feel very emotionally charged. Oh, she can kill the. I didn't realize that. Yeah, well, not enough. This is the Omega. Not enough. Okay, now we can start using the newer the hidden abilities of Epsilon. There you go. Magic home run on the Queen. And that takes care of the one of the Heradons. Now how bad? And you filled your life with beauty. That still feels like the more significant of all these dialogues, asking the father if, after leaving and, thinking about the symbolism of it all and the real, what is nothing for the real father and mother, asking the father if after he left, if he filled his life with beauty and joy, after abandoning his son and his wife. That's probably one of my favorite lines of the whole game. As you fill your life with beauty. I really should draw this at some point, like the father and the Queen together. That was a misclick, but whatever. Double left. Your ability is to heal her own atoms back up. Also, the Alpha has lethargic, which is not good. There you go. And now the only thing left is the Queen. There's only left for the boy after me. She's right. After if we kill her, there's nothing else standing in our way to destroying this world. And he should be basically dead now. Well, not surprisingly. I think the Epsilon has like a strength, so I guess like we could try with them. You've been wrong since the beginning. And that is it. Yeah, everything about the room is just like so good. Like everything, like the symbolism, the ambience, the fight against the Queen, the fight against Cobb. It's also one of my favorite fights of the game. The best moments of the game are concentrated in this area. But the Queen and Hugo are clearly the key to the narrative and has been for the show for a while. I wish it would have been expanded more. Think about Oscar. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can agree with that. It also just feel like, once you start seeing her, is when this game starts going really hard on, maybe these characters aren't real, and are more supposed to be taken as metaphors for what they do or say. Like, we don't. At this point of the game, we don't know why the Queen was creating the Phantoms, or even if she was the one creating them. It all feels just nebulous, and for you to fill in the gaps, which I'm not really angry about. And that was very responsible of you, Butter. I made a big cake for the party tonight. Would you like some coffee, my love? Which I have something here. Like, she doesn't really feel like an actual character, she's like, compared to the other, character we met so far, she feels more explicitly like a reflection of the real person. Especially the way she talks and she quotes her, like the original her, probably. We know the flies. It is time to join your disciples. It all went wrong. Now we must forget it all and reach sweet dreams. Like, so many different interpretations you could take that. Like maybe the Butter thinks that both him and her fail Hugo in some way, and this is the only way they can like fix their mistakes or something like that. Destroying this world, destroying the imaginary version of Hugo in this place, and just letting it all rest. I didn't mention, I mentioned this on Twitter. Like the difference between what we do here and I think I'll explain in a way until we have music first to explain that. Look, he has your eyes, but they are full of fear. Which could be taken so many different ways. Like, is Butter saying that Hugo's eyes are full of fear while his aren't, or is he saying that both him and Hugo's eyes are full of fear? Because there's. I'm thinking about the moment later on that he talks about that he tries to comfort Hugo after killing him. Really makes you think how much the Butter is doing this because he feels like he has to, like it's his purpose, his mission, versus how much he actually is enjoying any of this, if at all. And we are in the real room now. Yeah, like, also I mentioned, like, this game and Undertale's General can be, obviously be compared, like, General was based on this game. I think there's a difference here that, with the General, you didn't have to do it. Like, there was no reason to do it at all. And the game clearly tells you, hey, what you're doing is wrong. There is a better path you could be taking. Maybe you should stop doing that. Maybe you should stop doing this and consider that one. Because what are you gaining out of ruining the lives of many and, making it all worse for everyone? I think of it different on the fact that, even if it doesn't give you another way of solving things, there really isn't a way of fixing anything what's happening in this place. This whole world is already a dodging place that, regardless of your actions or not, it's gonna, it's gonna crumble eventually. And it also, it could, and this world is probably also a metaphor for a child in that is also slowly dying too. So, it's more a question of, should you prolong, which is better, to prolong the pain and the suffering, or taking action in it, even if it's not, even if it is absolutely not, it does not feel like the morally correct thing to do, Questions of morality. So much of this game is all about that. The father. This game is just a tragedy that you see unfold as you play it. All based. It could be all based on the life of a child that never had a proper childhood and that eventually was struck with illness. And this whole game is a reflection or an imaginary or something on the imaginary mindscape of this child. And in the same way we see this whole world is all just falling apart. This set is so weird. I never really considered what Cobb's area is supposed to be like. Anyways, I think just to show more of the fact that it's this isn't really a proper physical space. It's all just metaphysical mind of a child things. And I'm going back to fight Cobb. And here, the button isn't like I come here to purify you. He's just silent. I'm here. If Hugo knew he was coming eventually, the Queen said that Hugo created the batter. So it's just I don't have the time for this scene to talk about all this stuff. There's probably many videos out there that already have discussed about it. I'm probably planning on making a video myself at some point talking about it, because this game has it's so loaded with stuff. Hi, Hugo. And we're back here again, aren't we? But we'll be left in the dark about the world. There's no way to interpret the matter other than an abusing a violent father. And I can't forget him. That is a fair interpretation. I'm still nebulous about what the real father, what kind of father the real father was, because we really aren't really given much information of. And then again, all symbolism of that is supposed to all this represent what it means to for the father to go on this mission and destroy this world. What? A little boy. It's that kind of question that the game keeps you wondering on and on and on about what it all means, what it means to go on, what it all means, what's the true intention of every character, and if what they're doing is right or wrong. And you know, there's really isn't like a very concrete answer to any of it, like just, you know, different interpretations. God damn, Omega. You weren't hitting this like this high amount of damage even against the queen, but you're doing it against the literal toddler. So what a symbol is of Hugo holding up a slab of meat, I wonder. Oh, they're basically dead now, I think. Can't really see their health, but I think they're now dead. Yep, basically. And there you go again. Like, you know, I will agree immediately with the fact that, yeah, killing a child is not good. It's probably like the worst thing that Matter has done. So I can't believe that that this game is having me double think what the morality of doing it is in this world, in this scenario, in this plane of existence. This game is wild. I'm scared of the dark. From now on, there will be no more darkness. That's probably one of my favorite lines too. From now on, there will be no more darkness. Give me a second. Yeah, back on my dad needs to run the blender. Yeah. Returning. Sorry for that. But yeah, finally bit enough. Yes, I am. For some reason, some of the messages are showing up in the stream chat. Weird. Yeah, like it's not updating for some reason. I'm probably projecting my experience, but the battery is literally projecting this world view by purifying it. Literally, crusade mentality. Yeah, like there's also that part of the game of, you know, the symbol, you know, the whole like religious symbolism that with what it all means, you know. It's really working with, it's really, you know, what your fate telling you really the right thing to do. But, you know, the guy is not really gonna give you an answer either about that. Why isn't the stream chat updated? I'm gonna have to probably check that between this and the next stream. Well, one last thing to do. Stop right there, imposter. Being that I had placed you in the blandest confidence, the firmest hope for frankest belief. I will say that I have erred to the bone. The only who truly betray us sits beyond the eye of the cat. What have you done, Nico? You paid me so the narrative really your excuse for killing woman and child. Which, as I said on Twitter, you know, despite feeling the fact that this is the game incriminated you for having, you know, play it, you know, is then again, having you question it. It's really what the judge saying, right? It's really us want to play this game through our fault, even though the game never gave us another option, despite the fact that Pablo might not know that. And we already saw like a couple lines before that Pablo admitted that he was wrong about his judgment of us and the batter. So it shows that even now he might still not be the epitome of being able to judge people based on the fact that he just called the judge. And not purify this place. You have destroyed, eradicated it, have plunged it into an unsettled nothingness. He's saying that because it's the truth, or he's saying that because he lives in this world as a being from this imaginary land, not really, couldn't really know the true nature of his existence. It's better like that. I err in never lending you my paw. Then when the curtain rose, I should have detected the black flame that consumes your soul. Nico, join me. Come for the sins we have committed by preventing this monster from completing his work. Don't do that. I require your help to purify this world. Now is the time to render your final wordless verdict. I still think that, my main complaint, critique about this game is the fact that this R label, this NSR label, I really dislike that. But oh well, I think I said my thoughts about that in the previous stream. Despite how much I've been trying to also try to argue for the side of the battle, I'm still gonna go pick the judge just because I liked fighting because I just want to fight the battle again. But I am sure that toy is. I believe your choice is the right one. I believe, which is different to I'm sure. Now then, battle, these are vindictive thirst for meaningless justice. This scene is also so good. Hey, I forgot to take off your items right. This scene is also so good. Chosen anew is so nice. By the way, I noticed that I didn't do this on the last stream. The fact that we had eyes to check on the batter. The batter. Demented purificatory incarnation. No the tech type resists mute. Is wrong with courage. Little impact. Okay, we cannot inflict muteness, but we can inflict other status effects. Poison. It worked. And a big hit coming right in. With incredible... Yeah, this one's the best. There. Furious thumb run. At least it's... Hey look, the batter is a literal monster. No, this isn't that's sort of can be a lot of back and forth on all this, Does the batter looks like that because he is a monster deep inside, or he looks like that because that's what Hugo sees in us as a monster? I remember something about one of Sugar's dialogue called the batter the ugly duck. The ugly duckling or something like that, could relate to this form too. So at least that could say that other characters do view the batter as a monster. But then again, nothing is certain. Lethargic. Nice. My rents are normally a bit low on... Oh, wait. That's good. Because I finally learned what Palsy is supposed to do. It doesn't, like, lower the enemy's defense. It makes them skip their turn. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really know what the name, what Palsy meant. You know, this game just keeps, like, weird, like, medical conditions as side effects. Palsy. Poison has no longer target can move because we made them palsied. Neat. Okay, now we have to we need items. I like that the judge has jokers, despite the fact that I don't think we can use them on as one member. Okay, we lost a lot of. Okay, we lost 100 of effects. I wonder if the themes of mental incapacitation present in the battle stakes is just to be insulting or it reflects the state of the battle as an old madman. You know, I don't think it's made to be insulting. I think it's meant to, you know, like, you know, you can have many like interpretations of it. It could have to do with the fact that, you know, this whole, you know, the whole we are in a world created by a sick dying child. You know, that could have relation to that. You know, different ailments to as certain effects. You know, I don't think it's just because of the view of the battle, because, you know, other enemies also use those effects. I think it has more to do with the nature of this world. Okay, that only lasts like one turn. Yeah, whatever. I think poison is doing quite a lot of damage. Even though it doesn't look like it. Nice. But kind of move. We're just blocking every single time he tries to use a. Oh well, run a little bit on health. I have to heal them, but I have to heal the judge. Like, it's funny that we just like blocking every time they're trying to use a crit on us. Poison cure. Ow. Fuck. Ow. Ooh. I still subscribe to this being the Batter's Power fantasy angle rather than Hugo's nightmare. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's more to declare the fact that this is more related to Hugo, you know, state rather than just being about an abusive father dreaming about abusing his child. Okay, I think no need to inflict more fatal effect. I think I can just kill him. And talking about the enemies that interest me, like you know, palsy and muteness. Well, that's like, you know, making them lethargic, which. And I guess I don't remember exactly what the term lethargic exactly means. Ow. Oh, that killed him. I was expecting that. Oh fuck! The next scene is about to start. Okay, I need to. Yeah, presenting like that makes it sound even worse. In my second, I need to push the other string a little bit because I didn't realize how much this fight was actually taking. Actually, this one gonna let me change the time for the other one, right? Like, I'm sure it will. Right? No, it won't. It doesn't want me to do that. Please don't like. Okay, I can do it like this. Please don't kill the stream. Please don't kill the stream. Please don't kill the stream. No. Back here. Is it working fine? I think it is. Okay, let me do a quick check just to be sure that it is still the stream's still on. Fine, I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Anyways, let's continue. You're mad? Yeah, the stream is still on. Well, I think one of the settings for low that it should be in the YouTube studio. I'll touch up for it on the time between this and the next stream. Your mad crusade ends here. Die, Butter. Gotta give that a sober souvenir of failure in your sad enterprise. Too late. Everything's lost. I know it, but I prefer this to your victory. Now there's nothing left but our regrets. And now we have to just wait until the credits roll to see the thing that I keep talking about. Well, it's not a nice one to be listened. The main sub of alias Conrad Coolwood.
What does it matter if rain comes your way and raindrops patter all day? The rain descending.
You know, it's funny. It said that there's animation done by Everred, which, yeah, that immediately checks out when you look at the new attacks for the secret bosses. Those have Everred style all over it.
Face it and don't complain.
Columbia record.
If you want the rainbow,
You must have the rain.
Happiness comes.
Wait, did the chat update faster for you when checking it outside of your stream rig? I don't know. Maybe like tapping out of the stream and then clicking back in again. Maybe that fix it. I'll do a quick check up of the whole setup just to see between once on the I think 15 minutes we have before the one-shot stream.
Showers are not in vain. So if you want the
rainbow,
you must
have the rain.
Take your share.
No, it's also interesting what this. I mean, how this song has compared as related to the game. If you want the rainbow, you must have the rain. I haven't really like full listening to it outside of again. I think from what I said there, it's like licensed music, which probably gonna mean that this stream is gonna get hit hard with the whole thing of of
You must have
demonetization, which doesn't matter because I don't really monetize these streams anyway.
should break up as they
You read the on message way before it appeared on screen. That's for sure.
when
Ah, maybe, I guess maybe that fixed it then.
oh boy, what a thrill. Sadness ends in gladness. Shouts
Wait,
are not
2008. Man, this game's all
so if you want
like old, ancient.
why you must have the rain.
Rain. Pillar ass have been found, woman and child. Yeah, that's the same. You have the Arius card. You have unlocked the game's true ending. Meanwhile, in a parallel dimension, Yovo. Rataman. We are the space apes. It's all gone exactly according to plan. Now that the wall is completely white thanks to Nico, we can finally build a giant evil robot factory. Then we'll be able to defeat our eternal nemesis. Is that supposed to be titled Nemesis? The flying brains from planet Iurus. Yeah, I was looking at some of the items on the Fan Gamer store of our plan was perfect, say the real ending. Deserve a reward, get all the other achievements. Yeah. So I was looking at the Steam like items for particularly the like Deathmat. I noticed the Deathmat has a UFO. I wonder when that will come to play in the game. So yeah. It's just supposed to be just a fun like little Easter egg at the end, like I guess now for something completely different. Yeah, I think that just added it for like fun, for fun and nothing like that. I believe this game is like heavily inspired by. Is it Resident Evil? I think it's. No. No, it's heavily inspired by Silent Hills, which I think is a reference to the dog ending of. Was this in the OG game? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it wasn't a part of the OG game. Yeah, which I think because I think this game has like a couple of Silent Hill references in it. This is supposed to be a Silent Hill reference to. Let me go to the other screen while we are at it. That one. I think it's supposed to be a reference to the dog ending from that game. And this could also be a kind of a little joke jab at the idea that continuing on with the what I was talking about, the fact that you really don't have this is what has to happen. You really there's no like way of changing the ending. Things will always end this way, and even if you like and I think the whole thing of the secret ending, like going to like these secret areas in the purified zones, collecting these secret items and all this nonsense, all to just get a joke ending. Further hammering that idea that your choices don't matter in this world, that you never have a choice to begin with. But yeah, that was the end of. I mean, last thing was the end of. That this was like just a nice little added like extra in the middle, because I noticed that I was missing like some stuff, some achievements and stuff like that, and want to show it off on stream because I just cool. So officially done with off. We have officially gotten all the achievements of the game. That was the one that was missing, the seeing the real ending achievement. And funny, after getting all them, the game also gives you an achievement that's called "You Deserve a Reward," which is just collect all the other achievements. But yeah, that is it for us. And now on to something that it's. Hold on, let's put that. I think that's more fitting for the goodbye. That was the end of off, and now on to something that's a little bit technically related to that. Not exactly starting time, but see you on the other side then. Yep. Literally in like 10 minutes, we're gonna start playing One Shot, which, you know, wasn't what I had originally planned for this stream. Like I wasn't originally planned to stream it today. I was planning to play on Stars and Time, but I thought, One Shot is not really a long game. I could have quite like play it. From what I've been seeing, I think I need to tap out of this. I think I might be able to finish it on one stream, if not then maybe 2 streams. Yep. I am not excited for the game, for a particular reason that you might be able to tell, related to some naming schemes, possible misunderstandings, which I think gonna make it particularly fun. Yeah. You know, I decided to play that game. I don't know much about it, other than Night Martin, the creator of the game. I think that's the creator. I also did music for us. They did the theme that's currently playing right now. Oh, sweet summer child. Well, I'll see what happens when I get there. But yeah, like I mentioned, they did the song that's playing right now, Sagittarius theme. An absolute pop. And they also did the Hugo's themes, the music box Hugo themes, which they are probably one of my favorite themes, emotionally charged wise of this game, which, you know, really excited for that. But anyways, I probably should sit too long because I think I wanna collide again with the other stream. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by to the off streams. I did all this charade last stream. So yeah, end of stream. The monkeys are gonna conquer the world or something like that. See you all next time in approximately like 30 minutes. That's all, folks. For this part of the day. What's Glee?